welcome back to MP5. I'm your host, Jordan Wendelken. We're at the 5-Star Conference in Dallas, Texas, and I'm joined by Wes Iseley with Carrington Holding. He's the Senior Managing Director, and Martin Chera, President of Express Capital Financing. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Oh, thank you.
How are you enjoying the show so far?
Well attended. So it's a good show.
Yep, it is well attended, exactly, yes. It's large audience.
Have you guys found that the topics discussed thus far are primarily centered around, do you feel like it's mostly around the economy? Is it, what are you guys seeing so far? Is it setting a tone?
I haven't been upstairs over here attending the meetings yet, but I'm sure you have.
Yeah, no, I think it's really kind of looking toward the future and say, what's going to happen? You know, that where's unemployment going to go? Where's the rates going to go? Where's unemployment going to go? What affects is unemployment when it raises? Because, you know, the Fed's taking this very seriously, and, you know, we are going to see kind of a raise in unemployment.
And a lot of that has just been basically the tidal wave, the repercussions. We're seeing the wake of that really start to play out. How have you seen that play out, Martin, in your role?
From the pandemic, you mean?
Yes.
Well, some lenders closed up, some have paused. Thank God we've reopened up a few months later. You know, when the government throws out trillions of dollars into the economy, we're going to have what we have now, which is the inflation. So, you know, with that said, we're facing it, we're adhering to it, we're more careful with our guidelines, more careful with our borrowers, making sure that they don't over-leverage, exiting their deals more closely and safely, and that they have a good exit where they could pay us off, which is most importantly.
Excellent. Wes, what about you?
Well, I think we're seeing kind of a change in market from where lending was so robust and everything else right now, where everybody's kind of pulled back. And then from a servicing or investor perspective, a lot of opportunities with, compressed margins. There's a lot of opportunities. We're one of the bigger buyers of MSRs, especially Ginnie Mae MSRs out there. So we're seeing a lot of opportunities to purchase.
Now, the government's involvement in what the idea is that they'll, extend some opportunities, some help, a helping hand to level things out a little bit, potentially prevent. How's that affecting you guys as far as any types of these government options that are floating around out there?
You're talking about like the forbearances?
Correct.
How has it helped us? I mean, it's helping the investors, and that's what we're here for, is to help out the investors. It's finally coming to fruition now that the forbearances are over, so there's going to be more of a supply, is what we need now to adjust the market. So, for us, hopefully it helps the investors, and that's what we're here for.
Excellent. Yourself?
Yeah, I think from the forbearances, first thing it helped, the customers out there do that. The investors, we still had to advance the whole time during that. We've kind of, made that through. Now it's a challenge of the percentage of borrowers that aren't engaging for us for modifications or avoiding loss mitigation that still have equity. And I think that's a concern for all the servicers out there, is that of trying to engage these customers so they don't lose that equity.
Of course, yeah. Has it opened up some new opportunities that you feel?
Yeah, I think from an investor, yes, because there's more loans out there to purchase, so it's a good opportunity. So you're seeing a lot of loan sales out there on that. I think that's good. It's good from both parties, from the buyer and sellers. So that will continue as rates rise and there's more compression. You're going to see this for the next 2 years like that, or kind of a robust market.
And I'm seeing this kind of go up and down the conversation on what the difference between the renters and the buyers, and obviously it's posing those opportunities for those investing in properties for single family rental. You're seeing some of that in your world as well.
The affordability is, unfortunately not there anymore. So it's becoming more renters market and more landlord market. When the affordability is out, putting more down payment, interest rates are too high, they just can't afford those first-time homeowners, and millennials are getting, hurt tremendously.
Right.
It's like 32% of the market, I believe, in SFRs, and it's hurting them tremendously. So now they're becoming more of a renters.
And that's even affecting the underserved market even more, which is, I think, one of the things that we've been trying to battle and prevent and to offer more opportunities. But, the world's kind of working against us a little bit, as it seems. So how have you guys pivoted then in the last year, now that everything's starting to, again, show its, rear its ugly head? We're kind of past the rainbows, and now we're into it. How have you decided to pivot with your company?
As a bridge lender, hard money lender, we just lowered the advance leverage. We used to typically give 90% to investors. Credit was not a factor. Now credit is becoming a factor, and we're providing just lower advance, and we're doing stricter, more stress testing the deals. Making sure that those values are in place, whether it's now, today, or in 6 months from now. And we work with a AARV, which is an after repair value. What it was 6 months ago, we know apparently it's not going to be the same in 6 months in the future. So we're, stress testing it by 5, 10, 50% lower margins.
Wow. Wes?
Fortunately, we've always, our motto for lending was serving the underserved, so we're one of the leaders in lower FICO government lending. So, that's a niche for us. We do it very well. A lot of manual underwriting of making good loans and educating those customers. There's a big education part to that. So I think it fits well for our niche. We're not out slugging it with the higher FICOs. We're committed to serving the underserved.
Excellent. So, and anything you guys are looking to accomplish here at 5 Star Conference specifically?
I'm an exhibitor down below. I want to fly below, so I'm looking to gain, investors, landlords, developers, and networking with the right people, whether it's realtors, bankers, title companies, and all
Any
that.
specific location? You nationwide?
Nationwide, 46 states, yes.
Excellent. You mentioned a website earlier.
Our website is expresscapitalfinancing.com.
Excellent. Wes, what about you and the show?
So we had a big meeting here for the National Mortgage Servicing Association, which 5 Star is a sponsor. We just had our meeting for 2.5 hours today with the top 30 servicers. So and from there, we had, Elena from the president of Ginnie Mae come in with Greg Keith and talk to us, and good discussion. And then for us, we try to, gather committees from the different members to address the issues out there in the marketplace from a servicing perspective with the agencies. So
excellent.
great meeting. It's good to see the top 30 servicers come to 5 Star for this event.
Yeah, there's been some big names I've seen floating across the screen titles today. So excellent, guys. I really appreciate you joining me. Again, that's Wes Iseley with Carrington Holding and Martin Chera, president of Express Capital Financing. I'm your host, Jordan Wendelken, and that is MP5. MP5 is a resource for industry information. I hope you liked what you've been watching so far. If you have any questions, please reach out to events@the5star.com. Like, follow, and subscribe both YouTube and LinkedIn to stay up to date on all of our news and releases.